Hello, my name is Kentoki. This is my stick figure mascot, and this is SD Gundam G Generation DS, one of my favorite games of all time. This video series? Yeah, let's call it a series. Be bold and assume I don't just give up on this after one video. This video series has 3, maybe 4 goals, let's say. Goal the first is that I want to show off this game to more people. It's, as I said, one of my favorite games of all time. It has a lot of personal significance to me. I played it a lot in high school, and I want more people to know about it. I'd like to be able to talk about how cool some of the stuff in this game is to more people. Goal the second, and it kind of relates to bringing it to more people, is that I am going to try to translate the entire game. Mostly the entire game. There's multiple routes in this game, and I'm not committing to doing all of them, but we're gonna hit the final boss, I'll put it to you like that. Ideally, anyway. So you might be thinking to yourself, Kentoki, you must be fluent in Japanese then, and this brings me to goal the third, because... no. No, I am not. Goal the third is that I want to get better at translating Japanese, and just Japanese in general. And as one of my high school teachers once put it, the best way to get good at something is to try at it and fail. And then you try at it some more, and you fail some more, and you keep failing at it over and over and over until eventually you stop sucking quite as hard as you did at the start. It's a pretty fatalistic way of looking at the world, but hey, it gets the job done. So, on that note, if you happen to spot any mistakes that I make, or have any corrections that you would like to suggest, please do go ahead and shout at me. I will try to take your words to heart, but if you're mean, I have a very fragile ego, so I might just ignore you. Maybe. And then goal the fourth, I guess, is that I want to be entertaining and make a fun video series, but, you know, I'm not funny or interesting, so no promises, but I'll try. Related actually to the translation thing, before I forget, you can see I've got this spreadsheet here. I am going to post this into a Google Doc after we're done, and I will... hopefully, if I remember, leave a link to it in the description below. Okay, so we can unpause. Actually, you know what? Why don't we watch the intro of the game? Right from the start. Oh, Fredo, Zeta! Ah! Oh my god, I'm getting hit by the waves of nostalgia! Oh god, I love this game. Alright, let's go. Hajime Kara. Once you beat the game, you unlock this option here, Special Game, which changes a bunch of things. We're not gonna worry about that, we're just gonna play the normal game. Let's get started. And, I'm gonna pause right here. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of editing, by the way, so you don't have to see me get stuck on a line for like 10 minutes or whatever. I have gone ahead and gotten all of the dialogue here ahead of time, just to save myself some time and hard drive space. So, this first line's pretty easy. It's Uchu Seiki, the universal... Oop, I am typing in... Japanese. I want this character set. Universal Century 0079. Near... What comes before... November! Yes! Haha! End of That doesn't need to be capitalized. End of November. November, ooh. That'll work. Good enough. And we can unpause, go to the next line. Yes. I am going to be pulling up the lines first on, in the game, and then I will come over here to my spreadsheet, and then I will translate them. Sort of live-ish. So, let's see here. Yeah, I think this lines up about right. Chikyu what is that? Eisei Kidojo? There's probably gonna be some technical terminology here that I'm not, like, gonna get super right, but it is talking about, like, the satellites and above Earth. I'm assuming they're talking about maybe the Lagrange points. Whatever. Good enough. I'm taking this pretty flippantly, I suppose, but I want to get to the... Yeah, there's the boy, Shaw Aznavour, the protagonist of this game, basically. Alright. Toda. Basically. How's it look? Actually, is that too flippant for a military man? I have to get Char's voice. Maybe something like, what's our status? Sure. Good enough. And here we have Mulligan, a guy whose name I definitely didn't have to look up. I mean, you know, it does say Marigan here in katakana, but, you know. Oh, actually, I can, point to a word here, Mokuba. I have my pointy boy here. Here it is. Mokuba. This word means wooden horse, or in Gundam parlance, it is the Trojan horse that they refer to the white base as, because they don't know what it's called. Put your backpack over there. Switch to neutral. Alright! The Trojan horse doesn't seem to be aware of our presence. I think that's close enough. Sonzai ni kizuite nai? Kizuite wa inai? Something like that. There's our first mention of Minovsky particles! Everybody's favorite magic particle that does whatever the hell the writers want it to do. However, due to the presence of Minovsky particles, we cannot currently predict their course. I'm not sure that that's, like, the best way to phrase that, but it, you know, it's basically saying, you know, well, yeah, because of Minovsky, we can't figure out where they're going. Whether the Trojan horse heads to Solomon or Granada will affect the state of the war. Oh, by the way, if you see, here, let me switch to my pointy boy. If you see these ... dots, you might notice I will probably leave out the ellipses in my translations, because I have declared a holy war against ellipses. I'll leave them in a little bit here and there if I think they make sense, but I'm not gonna... Japanese writing uses them very plentifully in a way that English writing doesn't, and I think it sounds super unnatural if you use them all the time. In the end, we'll just have to go greet them if we want to deduce their aim. This line I'm not, like, super sure that I'm getting perfectly correctly, but I think I've got the basic idea. If we continue our pursuit, we will intercept the Trojan horse in 30 minutes. Pretty simple line. Yosh, dewa. How do I even... Maybe I'll do this something like... Excellent. Then... dash. You can see these ellipses here. They're not being used for trailing off or, like, mumbling or anything. They're being used as, like, a... well, like, dash, because... he got cut off by the alarm. What the? Nanda? No, that sounds old. We'll just go for a normal old what? Well, we got a Xeon grunt here. Sha Taisa! Captain Char! It's a Federation patrol fleet. Yeah, there we go. Actually, wait. No. Federation should be capitalized. Right? Yeah, it's a proper noun. Konna toki ni. There's that famous thing he does, the Oh, god, that's hard on my throat. I should not be doing that with, as high-pitched a voice as I have. In fact, I probably shouldn't be doing many things with as high-pitched a voice as I have. Little bit of self-deprecating humor for you there. God, how do I translate that? Maybe something like, all the damn times. Yeah, that's That's a pretty good use for ellipses, I think. No avoiding it then. All units, prepare for battle. We'll take them down before the Trojan horse catches on. Something like that, anyway. Yeah, I'm good with it. Ooh, I need to pause here, because I looked this up earlier, session 00. If I... 1 second. Yeah, so here we go. This is the, this title here of Session 00, Zanzibar Tsuigeki, is the name of episode 31. Yes, episode 31 of Mobile Suit Gundam, which apparently in the English version was called A Decoy in Space. I believe the Japanese version is something like Zanzibar Pursuit Tsuigeki? Yeah, something like that. Not exactly the same in English-Japanese. I'm going to take the intellectually lazy route, and just call it... Oh, wait, hold on, what was it called? A Decoy in Space. A decoy in space. Good enough for me. Mobile Suits Taiwa. This is our classic example of Japanese being kind of ambiguous about what you're talking about, assuming everybody knows what the subject of your sentence is. In this case, he's asking about the Mobile Suits, squadron, I guess? Unit, team, Tai in this case. It's not super clear if he's talking about the enemies or his mobile suits, but from context we can probably guess he means our mobile suits. So maybe something like, are the mobile suits ready to launch? Yeah, sure. I guess that'll work. Next line. Hashijunbi kanyo demasu. Launch preparations are complete. Sortie. Is that how you say sortie? This word? I think it is. Is that even the right word to be using? I don't want to tell them to launch because he's specifically talking about the launch preparations, and if you use the same word twice in an English sentence, it sounds kind of redundant. Whatever. Good enough. We send out the boys. Sha Taisa! Oops, I was supposed to pause there. Sends out more dudes. Well, this is not exactly a difficult line. Gah! Captain Char! And then... Federation Mobile Suits. There he is, the boy, Roberto. He's actually in this game, even though it's the 1 Year War. I think it actually was established in later, expanded universe materials that Roberto and Apolli actually were part of Char's squad in the 1 Year War. They didn't just show up in the Ayug. Anyway, mazui desu ne, Taisa. It's looking bad out there, Captain. Something like that. All our reinforcements have been a bunch of new recruits. A bit too early to send them into mobile suit combat, huh? Something like that. And there's the boy! There he is, there's Apolli. Dou shimasu, Taisa? What's the plan, Captain? I imagine most of these guys are kind of talking, you know, not formally, but not totally flippantly either. You know, they're military men. They need to be brief, but not totally casual. Alright. I could remain here and focus on giving instructions. I think he, let me switch to over here. Where's the line? He says something more along the lines of, I could focus on commanding, but I tried a couple different variations on this line, like I could focus on commanding and give them instructions. I don't know. Every which way I tried to maintain this line, like, literal sense, just sounded really clunky, so I just have him say, I could remain here, implying that he'd stay on the ship. Versus the next option, which is... oh, I could head out in my MS. あるいは私も MS で出て戦うか. Or I could join the battle in my own MS. And then we get the option. First option, we can ask for the tutorial. Second option, we can just have Char head out and we can fight normally. I don't really want to translate these. They're... system menu messages are so boring. We're just gonna pick the option that I want to pick, so... join the fight. Sure. It's not exactly what that says, but it's good enough. I'm heading out. Appoli, Roberto. Support wo tanomu. Appoli, Roberto. I'll have him say, follow my lead. I think that sounds pretty natural. Right. Ryoukai de arimasu. That actually sounds a little weird, but whatever. Roger that. We're heading out. We're regrouping. All units, form up on me. Again, this is not, like, exactly what it says. He's talking about, like, repairing our formation, but, I mean, considering what I know happens next, they all form up, so I think it's good enough. Yosh, kogeki kaishi. Good. Begin the assault. Or, begin the attack? Begin the operation? Whatever. This is fine. I'm not gonna worry about every last little thing. Good. Begin the assault. And then, I believe, yes, we get 100 event EXP, and we are finally into the game. Alright. As you can see, this is a tactical, grid-based RPG type of thing. You can already see from the movements, the way the cursor is jumping around, that this is a little bit weird. The tiles themselves are squares, but the way they're arranged is kind of more like a hex grid, like Civ 5 or Civ 6, that type of thing. So it's like every other vertical line is sort of half a tile misaligned, kinda sorta. Basically what it means is that there are, like 6 tiles around every other tile, if you catch my meaning. I could surround this this pair of Zakus with 6 other units, which is going to become important because of the capturing mechanic that I will explain at a time that is not right now. For now, let's go ahead and just head straight into combat. We can see here, these 3 options right here are just like auto attack options. This is, have every unit shoot their main gun, have every unit use their melee attack, and have every unit focus on evading. But we're gonna pick our options manually. So, we have the Zaku machine gun, the Heat Hawk, and the Zaku bazooka. The Zaku machine gun will shoot 6 times for 100 damage each. Every shot has a 50% chance to hit, and it has 7 ammo. The Heat Hawk, that, you can see 285 times 2, 60 accuracy for each of those 2 hits, and it has no ammo limits, because that, wouldn't make a lot of sense, right? And Zaku Bazooka, 280 times 3, 40 accuracy, 4 shots. We have the ID command. Every character has some, special abilities, I guess you can say. They cost SP, which builds up as you perform actions throughout the fight. If you're familiar with Super Robot Wars, you can kind of think of them as spirits, or stations, or spells, however they get translated nowadays. Except they're all totally personalized. They also tend to be quotes from the show. These basic grunts just have Yatte yaruzo! Let's do it! Which costs 11 SP to give them 20% accuracy for one fight. Nothing special. But you wouldn't expect it to be special, right? We're just gonna have them shoot. And... this option is to have them evade. We will confirm, and you can see here, we are in a kind of final check stage before the fight progresses. The way fights play out is the side that initiates the attack will shoot, then the opposing side will shoot back, then the side that initiated will go in for melee attacks. Finally, the enemy will counterattack with their melee attacks. Some abilities can mess around with that a little bit here or there, especially where new types are concerned, but we're not going to worry about that too much. Let's just shoot. We fire our second machine guns. We got 2 hits and 3 hits from each of the machine guns. That's actually, I believe, unlucky, because I think we had 50% per shot. I would have expected 3 from both of them, but whatever. Now he shoots back. Oh, and we evaded, so that's actually pretty lucky. We get some EXP, but these grunts are only here for this first chapter. We don't keep them permanently, so I don't really care about getting EXP on them. And here we have the squad of Char, Appleby, and Roberto in the Char Custom Gelgoog, the Rickdom... the Rickdom and the Rickdom. Haha. I guess I can take a look at Char's ID commands. This first one relates to a mechanic that I'm not gonna worry about right now, and this second one, God, those kanji are so squished up, I'm not even gonna bother trying to read them. It's 9 SP out of his current total of 11, and it boosts his accuracy by 20% for one fight, and also his damage for 40%. Apoli has Ikaruka! Can I do it? It boosts his accuracy by 20% and damage by 20%. Roberto has basically the same thing. Otoshite yaru! I'll drop you! I'll shoot you down, something like that. Same thing, 20% accuracy, 20% damage. It's basically the same ability as Apoli, it just has a different name. We're not gonna worry about that stuff right now, we're just gonna head in and blow up this gym. If you have named units, you can use like a team attack that costs SP to use, but that's a waste, so we're not gonna worry about it. Let me think. This guy is weak enough that I think I can get away with just a beam rifle shot, and I don't have to bother wasting my ammo on Roberto and Appleby, so I won't. Well, dang. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I take a little bit of counterattack damage, it's fine. 232, that's nothing. Yatte yaru. Go in for the beam sabers, and they'll finish him off. That's fine. Little bit of EXP, and we can move... Mulligan, yes, Mulligan. My brain sees those characters, and for some reason I really want to say Magellan. I know that's wrong. I know it's wrong, but let's end our turn. Going in for an attack, huh? Okay. You can see we have much higher accuracy. I think we had, what was it? 50, 60, 40 instead of 80, 90, 70? You know, makes sense. It would be pretty embarrassing if you couldn't hit a ship. Let's go ahead and use the bazookas, then. They do the most damage. Pretty good. I mean, about as good as I can really expect. From the Grunt Squad, let's see. If I think this guy is going to use a melee attack, then I can use ranged weapons and, like, preempt him, because even though he's initiating, ranged attacks always go before melee attacks, unless, you know, new type bullcrap happens, but we'll see. Oh, I actually could have seen it there. I have no idea why sometimes you get the question marks, and sometimes the game actually tells you what the enemy's going to do. I played this game, like, probably close to 12 times now, like, all the way from start to finish, and I still have no idea why that happens. Oh, you might have seen really quickly there that there was a 5+1 hit. That is a bonus for having really high accuracy. You can, if all of your shots hit, you can sometimes roll an extra hit. I think that can only happen on ranged weapons that have more than, like, 3 hits to them? Something like that. There's some weird rules about it, but basically, if you've got really high accuracy, it can sometimes turn into, like, even more damage than you would expect. So there you go. This time... hold on. I'm actually gonna have Char evade, and I'm gonna have you two use your melee attacks, yeah? Oh, this time he's actually going in for a beam saber. I can see it, the enemy GM there. So, I guess, just to demonstrate my point, I'm gonna have these guys use their giant bazookas, just to show that I can preempt them. Yeah, there you go. Oh my god. Happily, you missed. Well, that's why I had Char focus on evasion. Let's see. And I will have you two go for the melee attacks, because they have the highest accuracy. Wow, this first Zaku dude is actually doing way better than he normally does. He usually dies on my playthroughs. Since you're doing such a heroic job, I will actually try to keep you alive. Oh my god. New recruits! Ugh. I think that was 1 hit out of a possible 2, so, you know, I can't complain. Anyway, can you make it? No. But I do believe Mulligan has, yes, something Minovsky, blah blah blah. It's an SP ability, or I guess these are called ID abilities. It makes it for an entire turn, all of your units have a 10% boost to evasion, and it only costs 6 SP, so I can use it twice. Might as well use it then, yeah? Oh yeah, and it didn't take his turn or anything, so I can have you move forward, I suppose? Let's see, how is the best way to do this? I can move around the squad's position if I want, but I'm not gonna bother. I just wanted to show you that because I remembered. Just blow these dudes up. Oh yeah, this guy is mega dead. Killed him like twice over. Char's getting the bulk of the EXP there, but that's fine. Actually, for these two, it actually does make sense, because, the enemy in slot 1 will always try to attack your unit in slot 1. Likewise, if the enemies were paired up and they had their own squadrons, they would kind of pair off, so slot 1 always attacks slot 1, 2 to 2, and 3 to 3. Unless there's a mismatch in the numbers, and then it kind of rolls around. Let's go ahead and... Actually, I have an idea. I'm gonna start optimizing. for absolutely no reason whatsoever, but I'm gonna do it. You'll understand what I mean pretty soon. Get this guy low, but crucially, we're going to try to not kill him. Oh, that's bold of you. Why don't we just go... Actually, yeah, we'll have you evade and just melee attack. I don't want to blow up the ship. Not just yet. Ooh, there was a crit- oh my gosh. Double critical hit. Ah, they've going in for the ship. That's fine. The ship usually has these, I guess Gatling guns, or... yeah, something like that. The kanji- oh my god, those... Can you- are you seeing this shit? Let me switch to that. Like, look at this. Come on, man. Who the hell can read this? Definitely not me. Anyway, the point is that I was trying to get across is that this is a ranged attack, but it has infinite ammo because ships are special. They get to work differently. Might as well use our missiles. Why not? Oh wow. He dodged. Actually, I can use this button. Just have everybody dodge. Amaina. How naive. Alright, and now... oh, this is actually an awkward position. Why don't I have you come over here? Oh, actually. Before I do this, back all the way out, I might as well use this ability. There is no reason not to. No good reason, anyway. I'll shoot you. 4 hits. Good, good, good. You are pretty low now. Let's see here. Yeah, let's have you evade, and then you can weaken him even further. Make it nice and safe. Nice and safe. I would have preferred 2 hits, but I'm not gonna complain. And now, if you surround an enemy that is on low health with at least 3 units, you get this option. You can capture them. In this case, I have a 49% chance, but this first ID command of Char's, if I use it, should put it up to 98. Yes, it doubles the success rate, so let's go ahead and capture him. Gimme that gem. And, yeah, we're gonna try to capture both of these other gems, too. You cannot capture ships, that is why I'm trying not to kill it, because I think that will end the mission. Might as well have you go ahead and weaken it further. There's no reason not to. Yikon! Oh no! Napoli gets a little bit of experience there. Can I safely weaken you further? I guess if I get a critical hit, I'd be sad. Wow, huh. Oh, yeah, that's right. Apolli and Roberto have different melee and, shooting stats. They actually have different accuracy. I guess Apolli is more swingy, and Roberto is more bang bang. Well, I actually don't want to hit you all that much, so I'll just use Roberto. Nice try. Got one hit. We're not even gonna try here. Very nice, very nice. So one thing you can do is split up your squads. You're allowed to split them up and, like, make new squads on the fly. You're not stuck to what you pick. And if I surround them even further, I can get better odds. Let me see if this will work. No. I tried. Damn. Let me see if I can min-max this a little bit. There we go. And now, if I move you over here, I get Roberto to come over here. I can try to capture you again. It didn't work, but that's fine. I wasn't expecting it to work. That's why we have this. And now I have a 99. Thank you. Please give me your shit. He will try to attack. I might as well min-max it and have Roberto in it. Oh! That was a new type flash. It was an auto dodge. Special ability. Very nice, very nice. I could have Roberto and Char attack like this, but I will instead just have them end their turn, and have them join up as well, and I'm just gonna have you two piss off. And this should be it. Oh, actually, you know what? Why don't I celebrate with some spirit commands, or ID commands, whatever they're called. Why not? Ah man, I love how this looks. Get 'em, boys! Ah, hell yeah. So, I will see you in a second after I am done getting all of the text. Okay, so we are back. I have gathered the text that I need. It took way longer than it should have, for a reason that I will get into when we get to the characters that really tripped me up. But, let me see. So, Char's like, somehow or another, we, did away with them, we dealt with them. How should I translate this? Maybe something like, hold on. Looks like we've finished them off. Sure, that'll work. Oh no! Char Taisa! No. Thank you, autocomplete. Captain Char! A new enemy is approaching. And then, oh, well, I kind of just spoiled it by... I was trying not to scroll down far enough for you to see that, but hey! It's the white base, or the Trojan horse, or the Mokuba. I don't know if this is the right tone to be taking, but I'm gonna have Bright say, damn, we didn't make it in time. He specifically talks about QN, like, we didn't make it in time to relieve them or to rescue them. But, Well, I guess I could have him say we didn't make it in time to rescue them? Yeah, okay, sure. I guess that uses all the parts of the fish a little bit better. Right, the phrase is buffalo, not fish. Anyway. I might say something like, the Trojan horse. Did it get lured in by their distress signal? I know I'm throwing in an extra question mark there, but I think that's basically what the original is trying to get across. How convenient. Mulligan. Prepare... how do I phrase this? He's talking about artillery... like, preparing for artillery combat, but let's be bold. Let's go for something like, Mulligan, prepare a barrage. Nah, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, let's go with that. Prepare the artillery for combat. We're going to sink the Trojan horse. Huh, yokai de arimasu. Roger, understood. Ah, Artesia. Alright, I'm not super sure about how correct my interpretation of this line is, but I think I've got the basic idea. Okay, hold on, let me think. Masaka to Moga is like something unexpected. It's like I don't think this is possible, but you couldn't possibly be on the Trojan horse, could you? Actually, I was just sounding it out to try to break it down into parts, but I guess that's actually not a bad way of phrasing it, huh? You couldn't possibly be on the Trojan horse, could you? Something like that. And of course, we immediately head on over, and of course, there she is. C'est la masse, or Artesia. Enemy movement, they're coming right at us. Tatakao no kai, Brighto-san. Should I, translate the san as anything, or should I just drop it? I'm just gonna drop it. Yeah. I think that's about the right level of casual for a shit kid like Kai. We fightin', Bright? That, even that might be a little bit too casual. Whatever. You guys can tell me if you think that that's dumb. No, if we get pulled into a battle here, we won't make it to the rendezvous. He, in the Japanese here, he specifically talks about it being like, what would it be the term? A goryu, like a confluence, or joining up with the allied fleet. I decided to spice it up with a rendezvous. I think, gets the point across well enough. Alright, sure, we'll go for this. We'll hit them once, then retreat from this sector. I don't know if sector is like the best word to be using here. It feels like it's specifically, you know, a zone, like an airspace. And I was thinking about, like, we'll retreat from this airspace, but they're not in airspace, they're in space, but I don't know if there's like a better term for this. I'm using sector. Again, please tell me if you think there's a better way to phrase that. All hands, prepare for artillery combat. Oh, we're bringing up Slegger now. Haha. Lieutenant Slegger, you handle the main battery. I think battery is like the right word for that. I messed around with like main gun, main cannon, main armaments, you know, all the things that you would get if you looked up this term. I think main battery makes the most sense, yeah? Dunno how much power the white base... Oh, hold on. The white base's cannons have, but I'll give it a shot. And I believe there is a Yeah, I'm gonna have to pause now. The Trojan horse is approaching at top speed. They're gonna ram us. What? Okay, so this one I'm not sure how literally I want to play it. He just says Mulligan or Senda, which on the one hand it could mean like, returning fire, there's something like that, but it implies ahead of time that he's also going to try to ram them, kind of. That he's like accepting the challenge head on. And I'm not really sure how to say that in a clever or impactful way. Like, I might say like, Mulligan, we're accepting their challenge, or something like that, or we're returning fire. Nothing really feels quite... It's not one word like Osenda is. Well, I guess that's technically 2 words. Anyway, I'm just gonna take that. And... Oh, Taisa. Well, Captain. Okay, so for this bit, I want to direct your attention to this phrase right here. Hanko Sen. Apparently, let me see if I can pull this up here. There it is. So, according to this page here on the World War Battleship Wiki, this is a specific term for when 2 battleships are facing right at each other and they start driving at each other while shooting their main guns as they approach, and I have no idea what the proper term for that in English would be. I mean, it's what's about to happen, but is there a word for that? I don't know. So I'm probably gonna have to get a little creative. Charge right at them. We'll fire as we approach. That's the best I can do. Aha. Mega particle cannon. Prepare to fire. Lieutenant Slager, are we ready to fire? Kochi wa OK da. Itsudemo uteru zo. All good here. We can fire when ready. Sure, that sounds good. Good. Continue our approach. Sure. And then I believe we cut back to Mulligan. Yes. I wasn't sure exactly how to translate this, but I think something like distance to the Trojan horse, 300, will work. Technically, he's saying that we just passed, or just, I guess, got within 300. This word here, by the way, this word, kirimashita, can be used for so many goddamn things. I'm gonna assume that I'm kind of reading the idea of it correctly. But oh my god, if you want to laugh, go look this word up. Oh my god, it means so many different things. Anyway. Alright, hold on. Mega particle cannon. Fire! 2 exclamation marks. And then they fire it. Two hits. Gah! And he's like, ugh, Lieutenant Slager! We gotta... Should I use apostrophes, or can I just do it like that? Yeah, whatever. It's my translation. I don't need to use apostrophes if I don't wanna. God damn it. We gotta lure him in closer. Oh no, another hit. Just a bit closer. Little more. Little more. Yosh! 今だ! Okay, now! Bam! That was a hell of a hit. A direct hit? Doyo ore. Oh yeah, that's so fast. How's that? Maybe something like, that's what you get for trying to ram my ship. Yeah, I think that's about right. Alright. And now I can stop... Oh, okay. I had to put in a... Gah! I never know how to handle these, like kind of things. Like, should it be like... Or should it be... Should I go for the and just, you know, do the thing that implies that I don't know anything about English? Or... I'll just go for a ga. It's good enough. Yosh, imada! And I think I still have to pause here. Okay, so... I'm gonna go something like, now's our chance! White base! And then this is the part where I'm like, oh, it's another weird kanji phrase where it's like... battle speed? Like, full battle speed? I'm gonna have, I'm gonna go for something like, full speed ahead. Oh my gosh. I can feel my throat going because I have been talking way more than I normally do for basically a hikikomori like me. And they're out of there. The Trojan horse seems to have retreated from the battle zone. Sure, I think that's close enough. Oh, okay, so this line here, oh my god, I need to use my pointy boy. I think I clicked on something I wasn't trying to. I need to use my pointy boy. Where's this character right here? Do you see this shit? Do you see this shit right here? Oh my god, I could not figure out what character this was for the longest time. So, I don't know a lot of kanji. I know very few kanji off the top of my head, so I have to look up most of these. I mean, you know, I can recognize te for hand most of the time. But this kanji, in this pixelated font, is so squished that this radical, this, the thing off to the side here, you can see that it's kind of made this, like, these two vertical lines here, there's actually a third vertical line there. And I kept trying to draw this character in IME pad, which is a thing that lets you draw a kanji, and then it tries to turn it into a thing you can type. I kept trying to draw it with two characters, or two lines, and it just... Oh my god. I spent like an hour trying to figure out what the hell this word is. Ugh. I had to eventually just give up and ask people who are much better at Japanese than I am. Oh my god. All that, and I'm still not happy with this. It's like, they've grown quite skilled. Has the Trojan horse's commander changed somehow? It's like, ugh, it doesn't sound good, but whatever. I am so done with this line. I can't deal with it anymore. Get me out of this line. What's the plan, Captain? I'm not sure we can pursue them. I mean, in Japanese, he's not quite as direct as saying that, but Mulligan's gonna kind of make it more clear that we definitely cannot keep following them, so... That last attack reduced our main engine's output by 30%. I would expect it to reduce it by even more than that, frankly, considering you got reduced to like 1 HP, but, you know. It'll be hard for us to catch up to a fleeing ship. He doesn't specifically mention a ship, he just says, like, the other side, but I think that's fair. No other choice, is there? We'll have to temporarily withdraw to recover our losses. He brings up this, where is it? Tate Naosu thing again. Like, we need to recover our former strength, or that kind of thing. I decided to recover our losses is, you know, good enough. And then I believe this is the last line of the chapter. Perform emergency repairs, then withdraw from this sector. Or something like that, anyway. I keep saying or something like that. It's like I'm not very confident in what I'm doing, is there? Well, that is the end of this first chapter, and it took a bunch of time, especially for some really dumb reasons. So, we have our clear EXP, some bonus EXP, points, which are money. You can see we captured 3 units, got no items, and I think there's some level ups. Hooray! And I'm gonna save. Don't worry about what this stuff is. And that's gonna be it. We don't get to go to the intermission menu to, like, you know, shop and everything yet until we go through the prologue of the next chapter, so yeah, that's basically it for today. I guess I will hit the save button at least. Boy, that was a whole lot of stuff, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna pause here. Gosh, what do I even say? Well, so, this was a very weird and kind of dumb thing. I have honestly no idea if people are going to like it or enjoy it. I have no idea if I am going to keep doing it, because it is probably going to be a lot of work. I say probably because I am dreading having to do all of the video editing to make this whole, like... How long did this take? 2.5 hours? No, closer to 3, huh? I'm dreading how long this is going to take me to edit down to something watchable. Ugh, goodness me. But, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Again, if you saw anything you want to comment about, if there's anything about this weird janky layout or setup that you think I can improve upon, if you noticed me making any mistakes, which I am almost positive I did somewhere, probably a bunch of them, please do go ahead and shout at me in the comments. I will try to read everything. Oh, one last thing before I go. I actually have a couple other layouts, like I think... Yeah, I've got this one where everything is shifted over to the right, so the game is all the way on the right edge of the screen, so like instead of this bar kind of moving it from the side, it's all over here instead, and then I think I also have it set up like this, so the game is on the left. If either of those look like they might be better to you, then again... That's something I've tried, I've played around with. This is the one that looks the best to me, but, you know, it's up to you guys. Assuming there are people watching this, I am doing it for you, and also for me, I guess. So, okay, I'm rambling now. Anyway, that's it. Goodbye.